And we're going to propose, and we're going to push strongly, that there be something like a safer suburbs forum be established. The mayor earlier spoke about electricity and water being a business. He's right. It's something that we've been saying for a long time, and so it should be treated like that. You go to phase 1, you have raw sewage flowing through the streets. You have burst water pipes that go for weeks at a time, costing millions a year. And so what you do is you offer a dignified solution to phase 2.
Speaker.
Speaker.
Order. Councillor Komeni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whilst we're trying to listen to Honorable McPherson, his voice is getting risen high up to the roof. We can't even hear anymore. He's shouting a lot. Thank you.
Sorry, I'll speak low. It's just that if the gentleman before didn't follow
No,
where I
Councillor
was.
McPherson.
Maybe he couldn't hear.
Councillor McPherson.
Part of what is
Person to conclude.
Call him tomorrow to show him. Have supported is because they've seen that in 102 community there made a mistake in 2021 by voting somebody who doesn't understand the ward, doesn't understand the development. It's coming to council about things that has never happened, about money that has been transferred, about the reports which we didn't know where he's getting those reports.
In terms of the municipal asset regulation of 2008.
The recommendation. Next item.
Number 4.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you very much, Chair. As much as one wastewater at the end of October reimburse the municipality. We do not have, and we've proved it today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Speaker.
Councillors.
Speaker, my name is Deza. Speaker. Sorry, Speaker.
Councillors.
Speaker, my name is Deza. Speaker, in the
from their meeting which was held on the 24th of the 10th, item 5.1 major.
Deputy Somloma, my colleagues, my official. Lokhu ke ngikusho speak ngoba ngizama ukuveza ukubaleka kaNandi. Kuthi yonke le mali yenzeni. Le ndlela yokusebenzisa isigaba u116 esigatshaneni
Order.
Yeah, item 5.1. Sicela speaker sisitike on the agenda.
rand
Sicela speaker sisitike on the agenda.
rand ukusevisa ama sites awu109. Ngiyabona kumehluko ukuthi Somlomo ungakanani. Ukube besakhona iAFF bengizobuza ukuthi ukhansela umvubu kanti uhlelo wenzani uma zidla amahlanga ekhona. Isimo sokwenziwa kwenqala sizinda kule project eyingxenye yesithathu phase 3 ngowasemzini. Kuyakuveza ukuthi cha impela uhulumeni weANC neEFF eThekwini awubathanda abantu abamnyama. Le mali engaka yenzeni. Lena izofakwa yona izokwenzana. Somlomo angikusho ukuthi ngile kuleya ndawo ngolwesibili. Abantu abaneme neze efice khona lapha ngiyamangazwa kodwa
Somlomo.
akuthusi vele sekwaba insakavuka lamcela staff.
Point of order.
Thank you, Somlomo. No, Somlomo, the speaker on the floor is misleading us. Akekho umuntu wasuswa yimpe eBellington kwakhona sizalwa khona thina baba. Sicela ungakhulumi ngento obudlula kuyona. Manje usitike kuloko okubhaliwe ungakhulumi lokho kunye ngiyabonga.
Kubeka kuzwayo.
Msana ukusabisa sizoshaya uvalo sihamba. Ngiyabonga Somlomo ukungivikela.
Mawusuhamba ushiya
Kodwa
imali
ukhansela ubukeke emdala kunendawo yase Bellington. Isayintsha kuneminyaka nayo ukuthi angasalelwa khona.
Kahle. Order. Order. Kuzwayo. We are giving you council time to debate the item,
Uprove ukuthi ayazi ngempela le.
not to respond to other points raised. It is the responsibility of the speaker to handle other council members, not the speaker on the floor.
Thank you.
Please confine yourself on the item.
Okay, thanks Somlomo. Cha Somlomo bengisachaza ukuthi ngiyile kuleya ndawo abantu abaneme kakhulu.
Oh yesontweni.
Kodwa akuthusi vele sekwaba insakavukela umchilo wesidaba ukuthi ANC neEFF iqala ama projects kodwa ingawaphezi. Maningi ama projects esingawabala Somlomo. Yokuqala nje kwamashu K&J housing projects kuze kube manje ayisukumi. Sekuphela iminyaka engaphezulu kuka 15. Kube sekuba nendawo lapha yaseNtuzuma elindelana endaweni yamaphalala kunezindlu ezingange 1000 efaka ngabe ziyakhiwa kumanje azakhiwe. Siyaqonda ukuthi ngenxa yokuthi le ndawo yayikade izinda senkatha ingakho iNC ingafuna ukwakhela abantu bakhona. Somlomo nje kube kudliwe
Akayihoxise speaker.
Okay. But the problem yami ukuthi you are raising a point of order, but now your point of order. You are making my job difficult because uma utuvuka yomuwa njengesayoni is not allowed in council. Therefore, because of your conduct, the speaker will not rule on the matter. Ngwengwe?
Siyabonga Somlomo. Omunye ukhansela la ubede ekhuluma ngo local government elections. Now nakuba ungena umuntu engimkhonzile, but I want to agree with him. Ukuthi comes 2026 local government elections. The previous speaker is confirming how much people are wasting their time voting DA in wards. They don't care what is happening there. In Ward 65 is under the leadership of DA. But Councillor Kuzwa has undermined the ward councillor himself. He went there alone just to listen to people, just because he have seen there is no leadership.
Order speaker. Order speaker.
Yeah, point of order. Point of order, Councillor Kuzwayo.
Speaker ngicela ungiraisa ku 25 u1A amount of order.
Order.
Batha ukho ngoba abazazi lezi zinto abafuna.
Kuzwayo. Order. Kuzwayo. You forfeit your right to speak. Proceed, Mgwengwe.
Siyabonga Somlomo. Councillor Kuzwayo has confirmed that there is no leadership where DA are ward councillors. Somlomo, when a member of the council raising allegations, those allegations must be followed. Councillor Kuzwayo is alleging that the use of section 1163 is because there are shenanigans by
Angisho ngithemeke ngithe isandla semfene.
Yeah, Councillor Kuzwayo. Order. Yeah, I'm not sure whether you are deliberate to disrupt the project of council. When you were on the floor, you were expecting everyone to listen to you. Whenever there were disruption, we protected you. I expect you to respect other speakers, please. Proceed, Councillor Mgwengwe.
Thank you, Somlomo. I therefore, Chair, request that Councillor Kuzwayo be given an opportunity to present a detailed report. So this council will deal with those allegations. If he fails to do that, Somlomo, he must be subjected to the relevant committees because he is misleading council. 2, he is making this council be seen outside as if it's run by hooligans. Somlomo, I want to share with council that when we receive this report as the committee, the reason it's here on special committee meeting, it was because of the thickness of the document that was shared to members. They were given, it wasn't going to be emailed, but to be handed over to members so that they read for them to understand. Somlomo, we welcome this report. But what was said, ukuthi abantu baphathiswa kwezinja, nakhona siyakubona ukuthi abantu base-Bellington babukeka njengazi izinja ngoba kunabafisa ukudelaya this project just because an area that will be developed akuyona i-area that is favorable kwelinye ibala kodwa igcwele abantu abamnyama abafana nami nawe Somlomo. Somlomo,
Not ANC controlled municipalities.
we want to remind members of this council that there is a councillor who used to be on radio elaborating with the information we don't have about housing projects in eThekwini. He have cited K&J project. K&J project is on evaluation process now. It's just that I'm not too sure how he didn't know about K&J. But Somlomo, as I've said earlier, we welcome this report and siyafisa naseyindaweni enabantu abangekho favorable ko council ukhuzwayo ngokwebala. Sengathi bangayibuka lento ezeshila uCouncil uBerta uyeza u2026 siyabonga.
Thank you. The recommendations are here for noting. They are noted, councillors. Next item, City Manager.
Honorable Speaker, item number 6, which is the report of Economic Development and Planning Committee from their meeting of the 24th of the 10th, 2025. Item 6.1, a request for approval to enter into partnership with various non-profit organizations aimed at film office industry development programs for the period 2025-2026 for 3 financial years, ending 2027-2028. Committee recommends.
Thank you, City Manager. Councillors, are all the recommendations agreed? Next item.
Item number 6.2, hosting of tourism awards for a 3-year period, 2025-2028. Committee recommends.
6.2, I've got speakers. Councillor Zuma, Action SA with 2 minutes from KZNI and MKP. And Councillor Bindlovu, ANC. 2 speakers. In that order, Councillor Zuma.
Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Sondi.
Speaker, angilekela ngani imibuko zami ayisebenzini kahle. Uzongicorrect mangiro ungizwe useyikhansela ngibona ngathi khona ungizwe ngale ngaphesheya. Awusilekelele Speaker. Lo fa umqhele.
Wena Councillor Zondi mosu bosokhathela ufuna ukukhathela nathi. We don't want to join you. Councillor Zuma. Zuma sehambile.
Cha ngikhona
Ndlovu.
Nxase Speaker, Speaker, as the Action SA, we welcome this item to host the Tourism Awards for a 3-year period. We recognize the importance of celebrating the excellence in tourism sector, particularly at a time when our city tourism numbers have been declining. Perhaps this initiative will serve as a motivation we need to get our act together and work towards receiving and reviving the tourism in the city. However, Speaker, I would like to draw your attention to page 52 under sections 4.4, 4.5, and 4.6. According to the expense breakdown, there are 13 first place and 13 second place categories with a total of 26 awards, yet the budget allocation for these items are a concern. We see there's an allocation of 200,000 for trophies, 200,000 for credit card dummies, and 200,000 for certificates, meaning that the city will spend 7,600 to print each credit card dummy, certificate, and trophies as well. Speaker, this simply does not make sense. Therefore, as Action SA, we would like clarity on whether this over $500,000 amount is for the 3-year period or is it just for a single year?
Thank you, Councillor Ndlovu.
Ngibonge Speaker, ngibingelele. eThekwini is a coastal and harbour city with a strong capacity to host events. Thus, the tourism industry is economic imperative for our city. I want to emphasize the Speaker, tourism industry is economic imperative for our city on basis that we are a coastal city as well as a harbour city. Honourable Speaker, it is worth mentioning that during the period January to July 2025, the tourism statistics recorded significant increases of 12.7% year-on-year growth and international spend of 4.9% year-on-year growth, thereby contributing to eThekwini economic growth. The Durban Tourism Awards have been with us for the past 4 years, and it is a program that is showing positive signs of growth since its inception. Moreover, it is a motivating factor for our products within the tourism value chain of Durban, especially after the tourism industry was hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic as well as the floods. Through these awards, we will recognize and celebrate tourism businesses for their resilience and tourism excellence, as well as their contribution towards local, provincial, and global competitiveness, and for growing tourism's contribution towards GDP and job creation. Honourable Speaker, based on the on those facts, as an ANC caucus, we support this item and we do not view it as a waste, considering the significant impact that is played by tourism in the economy of eThekwini. I thank you, Speaker.
Yeah. 3.
Okay, thank you. Because there was a question posed by Councillor Zuma in her debate, I will invite the city manager to provide clarity on those points raised before council decide on the item. City manager.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Councillor Zuma, these figures are for a 3-year period. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillors, the recommendations on page 51, 6.2.1 is for noting. The first one is noted. 6.2.2 is for approval as agreed. 6.2.3 is for approval is agreed. 6.2.4 is for noting, is noted. Thank you. City Manager, next item.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. 6.3, municipal entities authority to call for nominations to fill the non-executive director vacancies. Committee recommends.
No speakers. Are all the recommendations agreed? Next item.
Item 6.4, Honorable Speaker, request for authority to collaborate with and catalyze in hosting Queen Ocean Innovation Africa Summit in 2026 in Durban. Committee recommends.
No speakers. Are the recommendations agreed? Next item.
Item 6.5, Honorable Speaker, is a progress report for the National Construction Incubator Program and determination of partnership contract. Committee recommends.
That is 6.5, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, the report is for approval. Are the recommendations agreed? Next item.
Item 6.6, Honorable Speaker, it's about feedback from the private sector memorandum of agreement with the Tegwini municipality to conduct feasibility study within the Durban Electropolis zone. Committee recommends.
The report is for noting. Is noted, councillors. Thank you. Next item, City Manager.
Item 6.7, Honorable Speaker, is the implementation of Durban Electropolis Master Plan. Committee recommends.
Right. 6.7 is for noting. Is noted, councillors. 7.2 is for approval. Is agreed. Next item, City Manager.
Sorry, Speaker.
Yes.
Lapha ku ngiyaxoxa Speaker ku 6.7 recommendation 6.7
6.7.
6.72 yes 6.7.2
Yeah.
kuthiwa that council amends the resolution, so I don't think that is for noting.
That one is for approval. Is correct. Thank Councillor Kuzwayo. Is 6.7.2, Councillor agreed? Thank you for that, Councillor Kuzwayo. City Manager.
Item 7 is the report of the Human Settlements Engineering and Transport Committee special meeting, which was held on the 28th of the 10th, 2025. Item 7.1 is noting of reasons to amend Contract 7E 1464 7H-1465 and 7A-1348 in terms of Section 1163 of the Local Government Municipal Finance Management Act of 2003 for lease of premises, Embassy Building and Delta Towers situated at 199 Anton Lembede Street and 303 Dr. Prixley Gaseme Street, Durban. Committee recommends.
Thank you, City Manager. Councillors, are the recommendations noted? Next item.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Is the direct exco reports. Item number 8, report on unfunded and underfunded mandates. Committee recommends.
Right, 3 speakers. DA, Councillor Pekte, Governor number 2, ANC, Councillor Madlala. In that order, Councillor Pekte.
Thank you very much, Chair. Yes, the turns of the tide. It was much easier when there was control at province and at municipal level, so that the one could squander and the other could sustain. But now that things have changed and the center of power in the country seems to slowly move, we come to the realization that each sphere is responsible for their own budget and their own implementation and their own responsibilities. So look how it's changed, where we've been using ratepayers' money instead of service delivery. We've been funding mandates by provincial and national spheres of government. And we've made them used to it because, as we can quite often see within the newspapers and other media, how certain officials are now being called to task about mismanagement, overpaying, corruption. That's front page news, with money that was in the province while we sustained those same departments at this level. So it's going to be interesting times that comes together, because I look at the departments, housing and transport, under one specific MEC. So I don't know if somebody's going to come there and knock on the door and say, Mtombeni, hey bro, we need some money. But we don't know, I'm not going to be there. The health department's already in disarray. Sports, arts and culture is in a situation, but yes, we way past the time where each should be carrying his own burden. So definitely a step in the right direction, and one would have to say, come clean now, because the time is, the hourglass is running out. So let's get ourselves in our own sphere. Which, in closing, I do note that some of my colleagues on the other side have got some commemorative medals that they're wearing. I think they should treasure them. That's probably to commemorate as being members of the last ANC caucus to govern this municipality. Thank you, Chair.
Councillor Kavenda.
Honorable Speaker.
When did you change your surname?
No,
Mpemba, no, we don't ask questions.
No, akbuzo.
Councillor Kavenda. No, Mpemba.
I'm covered, Speaker. Thank you.
Covered, okay. Councillor Mandala.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think I would exercise restraint and ignore the innuendo coming from across and focus on the matter at hand. What we are dealing with here, Honorable Speaker, I'm happy that Councillor Pietge was part of the Lekgotla that we recently had, where National Treasury was very clear to us when we were talking about the financial sustainability and the financial position of the municipality, that we are overburdening the people of our city with these unfunded and underfunded mandates, and therefore if we want to free ourselves and service our people in terms of the mandate of the Constitution, we must start a process of either getting a full funding for the mandates that we borrow from the other spheres of government or return them to those spheres. And as promised, we are implementing the resolutions of that Lekgotla. Earlier when I spoke to the other resolutions like the attendance of all the chairs to the MPEC and all of that. This is one of the other resolutions that was taken. And I'm happy that it's here. It's the first meeting after the Lekgotla, and it's here. I had intended to speak in isiZulu because the report is in English, so that abantu bakithi bezoyizwa kahle lento bangagcini bezwe into ephendukezelwe otata laba abaphanga phesheya. Into yokuqala ukuthi ama recommendations are report speaker athi sifuna ukugunyaza umphathi dolobha umbhele ukuthi aqinise izingxoxo anazo no national no provincial government ozakwabo balapha ya ODG bakhona ukuthi sicela ukuthi basinikeze imali eyanele ngalezinto esizenzayo esizenzela bona ngokwe constitution yezwe eyise sithebeni sabo kepha ezenziwa yithina. Lezo zinto yilezi ezilandelayo. Yokuqala ezempilo, umama uSokhabase la eduze kwami la eThekwini unamakliniki awu58 awaranayo nama mobile clinics awu46. Imali yabakhokhimendela abaseThekwini eningi engena lapho ngenxa yokuthi nakuba siyithola imali kuhulumeni abangenhla kepha eyanele ukuthi cover zonke idingo. Uhulumeni waseThekwini khona imali ayengezayo ukuze akwazi ukuthi laba clinic aphile. Ngikhuluma nje kusasa umeya uyovula iclinic lapha ya eMlazi kwaG la khona leya clinic bese sesimene esingesihle sayilungisa ngo15 million rands wabakhokhimendela waseThekwini ekufanele ngabe ilungiswa ifee ezingenhla zikahulumeni. Sikhuluma nje umama uSokhabase la eduze kwami urana ama libraries imitapo yolwazi EU94 plus esikhashana lokuthiwa omahamba nendlwana amabili. Lokho futhi kwehenye kwezinto ekumele ngabe zenziwa ohulumeni ongenhla kepha siyazenza and khona imali esiyifakayo over and above le abasinikeza yona. Ama museums ayi16 aranoma msokhabase la eduze kwami nje alone. Kuningi ke okunye esikhulumela phezukwakho. Ibese ithi isiphakamiso sesibili. Uma kuukuthi lezi ingxoxo ubaba umbhele esithi akahambe simgunyaza ukuthi ayozenza, Honorable Speaker, azibi impumelelo kuyomele sibe sesiyamgunyaza ukuthi bese siqala iprocess uhambo lokuthi sibe siqala lezi zinto sizibuyisela emuva ngayinye ngayinye zize ziphele zonke ukuze sisale sijajwa okanye esimakelwa ngumsebenzi esivese siunikezwe iconstitution ukuthi siwenze. Now sicabanga ukuthi ke lokho kuzosisiza kakhulu ngenxa yokuthi lo msebenzi esikhuluma ngawo umsebenzi ebalekile le esinganankinga yokuyenza. Ngifuna ukwenza isibonelo ngomnyango wezezindlu ukuthi lapha ya umnyango wezezindlu sikweletana nawo imali engango 1.5 billion rand relating to amounts within the subsidy, and the items that are over the subsidy amount to about 3.5 billion rands. So the overall amount is around 5 billion rands. Okusho ukuthi izigidigidi ngezigidigidi esikweletana zona nohulumeni ongenhla ngalento yezindlu ngenxa yokuthi njengasendaweni yasemlazi nje uma uthi uzokwakha izindlu khona ngenxa yokuthi indawo sihlala kuzona ziyindaba awukwazi ukuvela usike nje wakhe indlu ngoba leyo ndlu uzothi uphuma ngakusasa line iguguleke. Kufanele usike bese ufaka ama-retaining indlela yokuthi uvimbe umhlabathi ukuthi ungaguguleki either ama-gap yonds noma olunye uhlobo lolu lwama-retaining walls. Naw-ke sithema sesikwenzile lokho sathola ukuthi akubaliwe kule mali yesibonelelo esisithola ngenhla ukusho ukuthi sesiyenze nge-cost yethu. Mangabe sesithi siyoyicela kohulumeni abangenhla kwathola ukuthi asisavumelani kahle kanti sesiyisebenzisile imali yabakhokubentela abaseThekwini. Ngakho ke yingakho sibona ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi siyilungise lento no National Treasury uyasupporta kuloko. Lokho akukho related ekutheni uhulumeni ongenhla nongenzansi ukwelipha iqembu ayimalana nobuqembu lento ngoba sikweletwa njengeqembu sikweletwa njengohulumeni wamasipala waseThekwini ekumele sibuyiselwe imali yethu okanye ama spheres angenhla kahulumeni athathe ama-department awo akwazi ukuthi aservice abantu ngenxa yokuthi imandate ye-constitution iclear ngokuthi yini yethu yini abanye ohulumeni. Siyabonga kakhulu njenge-ANC siyasupporta lo mbiko. Thank you.
Thank you very much, councillors. The recommendations are great. City Manager, next item.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Item number 9, feedback report on the notices of motion dealt with by support committees. Committee recommends.
That item number 9?
Eh?
No. Item 8 took place 60 now. Thank you, Mpemba. We are now on page 68, item 9. Right? There are only 2 speakers on this item. Councillor Ben is proposing an amendment. Councillor Kavenda will speak on the substantive item. Let's start with the amendment first from Councillor Ben. Let's hand over him the form.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have the form.
We've got the form already. Let me check it. Yeah, we are left with 2 items, then we go back to MPEC, then in committee, then we close. Getting your veil, my councillor, auntie. Thank you. This is an amendment on page, it's page 68, item 9, so that Councillor Ben.
Mr. Speaker, would you like me to read it to save you the difficulty of having to do so?
Yes, I will just allow you to read it.
Thank you. It's by the addition of an additional recommendation 9.3, and then 9.3 reads as follows, and it's phrased in very bland terms, so it should be acceptable to everybody. That EXCO should consider the appointment.
Point of order, Speaker.
Councillor Mandlala?
Yes, I think Councillor Ben is insulting us.
Yeah.
And I don't take kindly to that. It might be amusing to councillors next to him, but
Yeah. Thank you, Councillor Mandlala. Your point of order is correct because I invited Councillor Ben to read the amendment, not to say other things. I will then invite him to motivate after that.
Kepha speaker uthi uyibhale ngendlela esobala ukuze
Yeah.
ukuze ikwazi ukuzwakala kubantu abangenangqondo. Usho njalo in essence.
That's why I'm saying you are correct. What he has said is wrong. I will request Councillor Penn to withdraw that and
So
continue
Puma la.
order to withdraw that and continue to read your amendment.
Forgive me, sir. I'm at a bit of a loss as to what was offensive and what was said, but to the extent that people took offense.
That's even more insulting, Councillor.
Order,
We are now
order.
insulting our
Order,
intelligence.
Councillor Madlala. Order, Councillor Madlala.
No.
Order. Councillor Madlala, wait for me to handle the matter. Councillor Penn, what I'm saying is that withdraw what you have said and proceed in reading your amendment.
Okay.
It means it's a decision of the Speaker of which you are expected to comply and respect it.
I hereby withdraw
Thank you.
the words as follows. I phrased it in as simple terms as possible so that everyone can follow it. I withdraw those words.
Continue to read the amendment.
Thank you. That EXCO should consider the appointment of a task team to investigate the suitability of the implementation of a timeline, including a maximum number of days, for the processing of resolutions passed by Council, and to report back to EXCO on the findings of that investigation.
Thank you. The amendment is in line with our rules, proposed by Councillor Ben, seconded by Councillor Singh. Councillor Ben, I will now allow you again to briefly motivate your proposed amendment before I table to Council for decision.
Order, Speaker.
Yes, Ngongo?
Just clarity. Did he say ESCO investigate and report back to ESCO, or he meant council?
Can we?
Just a clarity.
Yeah, because I'm giving him now an opportunity to motivate. Let's allow him to cover the response in his motivation. Councillor Penn?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, before there's a signal from head legal, you want to address us? Giovanni?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, councillors.
I know that the decision belongs to the councillors, but I'm just concerned that these were notices of motion that were approved by this council and given to the executive committee. Now, the executive committee is bringing a progress report on how far they are in carrying out those notices of motion. It's for information. They are not done with processing those notices of motion. Now, there is an amendment to a progress report about what they are doing. I don't know if that is competent, but a decision is yours as councillors.
Okay, thank you, Giovanni, for that. Let's allow Councillor Penn to an opportunity to convince councillors. If they are convinced, then councillors will decide after that. Councillor Penn? Noting what legal is saying to council.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In response to Councillor Mwango's query, the purpose of...
Order. Kahle Giovanni, siphathe kahle nawe la. Kahle. Councillor Penn. Councillor Penn, you are not addressing head legal. You are, no, order, Timbo, order. You are addressing council. Now, and you are making a mistake, you are referring to him as Councillor Mhlongo. Yeah. Now, order. Yeah, you don't do that. Now, the best way for you is to confine yourself on the matter on the table. Now, I'm giving you an opportunity to motivate. Now, you decided to respond to the comment given to the Speaker to consider and guide the meeting.
Point of clarity, Speaker.
No, kahle mthetho, kahle.
Oh,
You can't raise the point of question when I'm addressing a matter here. This matter is serious. Order. Councillor Ben, views from legal and opinions are given to the Speaker for the Speaker to properly guide the meeting. Now you can't say, Councillor Mhlongo, confine yourself on the motivation. Can you please motivate?
Order, Speaker. Order, Speaker.
No, order. Councillor Ben, you're on the floor.
No, Speaker.
Order, Speaker.
No, Ben on the floor.
But Speaker, you've just misled Council.
No, Ben, you're on the floor.
Speaker, order, Speaker.
Councillor Ben said nothing about Mhlongo. He
No.
said in response to Councillor Mngwango, not Mhlongo.
Councillor Ben, you're on the floor.
Speaker.
Order, Councillor Zondi.
You
Order.
can't be stubborn just because you didn't hear.
Order. Councillor Ben, please motivate.
No, but
Speaker. Order,
Kahle Ben. Kahle no bantu, kahle. Ben, please motivate.
Mr. Speaker, I fully understand why my colleagues are trying to get a point
Order,
across
Speaker.
to you. But if I can help,
Point of order, Mngwango.
Speaker, I think it would be unfair to continue in this manner. Councillor Ben said Councillor Mngwango, not Mhlongo. You didn't hear, Speaker, so we must correct both sides because you yourself, Speaker, misleading the House and also those who are listening. So I think it must be corrected. He didn't say Mhlongo, he said Councillor Mngwango, not Mhlongo.
Order.
Kick the Speaker out.
I don't want us to order. I don't want to argue and debate that, Councillor Mngwango. Proceed, Ben.
Thank you, Mr.
Withdraw,
Speaker.
Speaker. You've got to withdraw. You were wrong. You must withdraw.
No. Order. Councillor Ben, please motivate. Order, councillors. Please respect the meeting. We are still in a council meeting. You are expected to behave. Respect. Councillor Ben, please. You're on the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In answer to the Action SA councillor, whose name shall not be mentioned, the idea of the motion is to get the ball rolling for a process. I'm not sure how the process will happen, whether EXCO will decide to investigate themselves or form a subcommittee or ask legal to advise them on the practicalities. That's why I explained at the outset I was couching it in very general terms. But the idea is to put a timeline. It is correct that this motion is all about reporting back on things that have happened in some instances many months ago. And we're suggesting there should be a process and a timeline and a maximum period, say 90 days, by which a motion, when passed, is either implemented or ruled out of order and unable to be implemented. But what we have at the moment is a loose system, it's unstructured. Yes, they're reporting back now, but many of these go back, as I say, many months. So the purpose of the resolution is to have a time frame for these motions to be considered and, if possible, implemented, and if not possible, then rejected. That's what the motion's all about. That's why it seems like the suitable place to put it in. It could come to council as a substantive motion in another meeting, but this looks so obvious to bring it in at this point. And in response to the previous issue made about my introductory comments, my response is, if the cap fits, wear it.
Okay, thank you very much. Councillors, the motivation has been presented and motivated.
Speaker.
Councillor Madlala.
Oh, Councillor Ben, I had my hand up because I wanted to engage the substantive part of the what he was raising. But towards the end of what he's saying, you remember you instructed him to withdraw the comments he made because I said they are insulting. He's now saying if the cap fits. Now, that means now he's going back on what you made him to withdraw. He's now saying if the cap fits. Now, if the shoe fits, so ngenzela ukuthi sheshe icace lento ukuthi ukhansela uBen is disrespecting the speaker, is going back to insulting us, because ekuqaleni, what he was saying was insulting. Ukuthi mengithi hayi ngibeke phansi lento ngenzela ukuthi izwe na ungqimi, yabo lonto le. Iya insulta leyo nto, wena ungayibona ngathi uyadlala, but umuntu oyizwayo methi iya insulta kufanele ube sensitive kulonto, ngoba umuntu ozubhlungu yilo yenza kakuyena into, not lo oyenzayo. Angithi uyabona. So ukhathela uBen uyas abuse wena speaker, mawukuthi ufuna ukumyeka kusho ukuthi kuzoba khona inkinga la ngoba kukhona no after school.
Yeah, thank you.
Point of order, Speaker.
On what now? Because I've not yet ruled.
Uma dlala
Kahle
Speaker.
Kahle, no, listen.
Ukuthi khona after school.
Kahle, no. Kahle. No. Kahle. You see, councillors.
When after school?
You see, councillors, you only speak in council if you are being recognized. You were not recognized, but you continue to speak without my permission. Because the point raised, I have to rule and guide the meeting. Now, but to come without being recognized, can you please, councillors, stop that? Let's behave, let's be in order, and continue with our meetings. And be careful with words that we choose to use and that we utter, because those words might be offensive to other fellow councillors. Please, councillors, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, is the proposed amendment agreed? Okay. The decision that council should take should consider the opinion given by legal. Now, may I have the screen, because there are those who are in support, there are those who are not in support, so that we can make a decision democratically.
We will vote after school.
No movement. We are now deciding on the matter. Those who are in support of the amendment, please raise your vote. Those who are supporting the amendment, clearly raise your vote. Please, Secretariat, assist.
Phakamisa Sithole, phakamisa.
Ufuna ukubuyela kwe-DA wena? Kalukhulumela bona usiyapha.
Thank you very much. Those who are against the proposed amendment, raise your vote.
Asambe sama biyela.
Thank you. Those who abstain. Those who abstain. That number. Thank you. Right. Those who are in support of the proposed amendment, the number is 51. Those who are against, the number is 81. Those who abstain, the number is none. It means 0. It means the proposed amendment is being rejected. We'll now go back to the substantive item. We have Councillor Ben, Governor, and Madlala. Unless Councillor Ben, you want to engage on the item.
I hesitate to speak, Speaker, in case I offend somebody, so I'll leave it to Councillor Governor.
Okay. Councillor Governor.
Gentlemen. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I'm going to be quite brief, but I hope that what I'm going to say, reaches the people necessary to effect the change that we need in this process. You know, if you look at the recommendations in 9.1 and 9.2, it says that we must note progress or outcomes. And how do you do that when you create a snowball of unattended motions that come to committees who don't deal with them effectively? It is very difficult to go back and explain to your residents and the people that raise these issues with you when you are actually bringing motions to council because it is not dealt with properly in the other normal mechanisms. You look at the first one, it talks about housing loans from pre-1994. Sorry, Speaker. Let me repeat that. You look at the first one, it talks about housing loans from pre-1994. That basically tells you how long that matter is outstanding. And then you move further down, you talk about free basic services of water since 2020, and you've got other items. I mean, I can go through this entire grocery list that is accumulated because they've not been dealt with to finalization in the committees that were intended to deal with them. Barring one or two that needs external communication or consultation, the rest of them are pretty much black and white issues that could have been resolved in the minimum period that the DA is basically proposing today. You also look at some other items where communities are waiting for certain services. Some of them go back 9 years. And, you know, I must quote one of my colleagues who said, there is no crisis. It is a crisis for the communities that are waiting for this. I think what we are trying to say, and we will probably bring this through a formal mechanism through council processes, is that we have to have a cutoff point for the committees that are charged with dealing with these matters to actually either implement them or say that they're out of order and that they are then dispensed with. To have them hanging and rolling over, I know for sure all of this are going to come back in 2026. It's a crying shame that we as council that are dealing with such important matters are rolling over issues, an issue like having an emergency WhatsApp line, having our bylaws enforced through faster mechanisms. They can't be stood over for more than a year. And there has to be officials or people that are responsible for these committees to account for why this is not happening. I think that there are insufficient reasons provided in the so-called progress report as to why they couldn't be dealt with within a prescribed period. Thank you, Speaker.
Councillor Madlala.
Ngiyabonga Speaker. Into yokuqala nje Speaker nami ngizokwenza njengokhansela uGwala bephethwe kabi indaba kaNdosa ikhulume kwenye indawo ayikhuluma kwenye indawo ukuthi ngisho ukuthi siyohlezi nje sisho uma ukuthi ukhona umuntu osithukayo okanye osibukela phansi siyohlezi sigraze nje lokho ngoba kusho ukuthi beyijwayele lento mebehleli bodwa baye bakhulume amazwi abukela abanye abantu phansi bathuleke laba ngoba bencenga itoho so sizolokhu sikuchallenge nje lokho thina ngeke sibancenke. Into yesibili ebengifuna ukuyisho ukuthi malana nalo daba ke lo lesikhuluma ngalo into yokuthi lento eshiwo ukhansela governor yonke ilento ekade ishiwo yimina kwi-executive committee sikhuluma ngalo lo daba ukuthi nje kuphela ke sebefisa ukuthi mase sifika la kwi-council eyokuqala ukuthi siyakubona ukuthi le mbiko mase ifika kanje isifika yonke inako ukuthi ibe nokulibaziseka okusho ukuthi ikhansela melifika la kwi full council meeting lingabheka imethethizi lithi hawu le metha ngoba sayixoxa nje yini yenza ukuthi ireport yakhona ireflect engathi ayikakaxoxeki. Ngithe kuloko asivumelane ngokuthi uma angithi uhambo lalama luma kanjeni kufike kuphakanyiswa emotion la kwi full council ivunywe leyo motion refer ku executive committee ifika itablishwe ku executive committee njenge motion bese ku executive committee sa create into ethi nathi aswa refer kuma committee lama motions la khona ezofika athole khona isikhathi sokuthi amakhansela wa discuss kunama specialist ama officials adila naleyo subject a provide information fresh ibese iyobuya indaba mase iprocess ibuyele executive committee ibisibuyela kwi council sithe siyakubona ukuthi ngathi kukhona ukulibaziseka ekuhambeni kwalama issues esuka enzansi enyuka eza la. Sathi kuzofanele sizame ukuthi siyigrease iprocess ukuze ithi ukusheshsha kancane umbono wokuqala lo. Umbono wesibili ukuthi uma isiteblishiwe into asithi beyoteblishwa ka community services. Community services waqala iprocess yokudila nayo. Kufanele bayibuyise ireport esho ukuthi matter was tabled on the such and such a date and nansi izinto ezishiwo kuthiwe uhead akahamba uinvestigator in. I-report back le kufanele siyilethe kwi-council ukuthi matter is still in process nako kwenziwayo kuyona ngoba mase kuthulakele kuphela u3 weeks ungathi akwenziwa lutho ngematter kanti babhizi bayasebenza lapha enzansi badila nayo imatter. Into ebesisho leyo kwi-executive committee.
To have been assigned to present the report.
Nothing new.
I have not been given the name, but I assume Councillor Dlamini, you will assist council. Is Dlamini present?
Present, Chair.
Okay.
Is always present.
Councillor Dlamini, may you please summarize the two reports of the MPEC? Your microphone is not working. Exactly, it's a family stage.
Summarize.
Emphasis.
Yeah, Dlamini must please summarize as the speaker has said. Yeah. We're just giving you 2 minutes to summarize.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Dlamini,
Can I continue? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Greetings, councillors, officials, viewers at home, colleague Makosa Sendlungu. Speaker, we have two reports. This report, Speaker, Honorable Speaker, is for noting. First report, Honorable Speaker. Ngicela ukuyithatha njenge-report that has been read. It's an MPEC quarterly report for the first quarter of 2025-2026 financial year, month of July to September 2025. Sicela ke ngokukhulu ukuyithoba nisinothele ku number 7, ku 7.1 no 7.2.
Thank you very much, Councillor Dlamini.
Noted.
Are the recommendations noted, councillors? Next report.
Summarize.
Second report, assessment of EMPEC functionality on UIFW oversight period ending 30th September 2025, quarter 1 of 2025-2026. Siyacela nakhona nisinothele yona. As you well aware in this August House, ukuthi this committee is always submitting UIFW's report accordingly, a processwe accordingly. So this is why UKOKTA has actually gave us this 100% as usual, that we are doing our work exceptionally well. So sicela nisi notele this report.
Noted.
Thank you. Are the recommendations noted? Right. That is an end of the MPEC report. Right. It means now we are going to deal with the ethics report that has been laid on table.
They must go out.
And I believe that
Yeah, we know.
all councillors have the copies. Those councillors who have already declared interest
They must go.
earlier in the day, please excuse yourself
Speaker.
as the chair of the committee
Speaker.
is preparing herself to
Speaker.
present. Nyambos,
Yes, sir.
kahle baba kahle.
Okay.
I'm addressing council. We are being disruptive. Why can't you wait till I finish?
I will.